Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen news. We have a This Week in Star Citizen from CIG, but also a new Alpha 4.1.1 build with even more content, and it looks like this one's close to being a release candidate. We also have a dev response about ship balance. We're going to jump into all of this. This Week in Star Citizen though, Alpha 4.1.1 is now open to all waves on the PTU. If you haven't jumped in yet, now's the time to help us put the patch through its paces. Your feedback helps the dev team tighten the bolts and screws in preparation for release to the live servers. As always, we look forward to hearing your thoughts. As previously announced, the Bar Citizen World Tour is continuing this year, giving us more chances to connect with all of you. We always look forward to meeting in person and sharing the energy that makes these events so much fun. This weekend, our team will be headed to Nashville, Tennessee and Seoul, South Korea. Furthermore, this week we'll share more information about our international Bar Citizen weekend events, which will take place near each of our studios around the world during the weekend of June 14th to 15th. Keep an eye out for that in the days ahead. Also, word is Wicklow has something special for those who join us at events where our team is present. So come by and say hi and be the first among to receive this year's exclusive in-game item. So that'd be very cool. Don't know what that's going to be, but it'll be something silly. Obviously, previously we've had the Banu Cubes, we've had the Banu Tholos, and there's also that floating pyramid thing that goes on the desk. On Thursday, they're going to be sharing details about the upcoming Fleet Week event to help prepare you for the festivities, and with it, our first Behind the Ships show, highlighting the new vehicles arriving at this year's event. So it says vehicles there rather than vehicle. I thought it was just going to be one ship or vehicle they showed off. Friday, we're going to get the newsletter as normal, and on Saturday, they're kicking off this year's Bar Citizen World Tour with Nashville, Tennessee and Seoul, South Korea. I'm actually pretty excited about ones that they're going to be doing in, they said, June, because, yeah, I'm relatively close to the UK studio now, and I'm happy to travel to a Bar Citizen for that. There is a new Alpha 4.1.1 PTU patch that was released last night, so on the 28th of April. This one's focus is the various ship combat missions, handyman missions, the Polaris Hunt mission, UE training missions, but also the new Wicklow rewards and the Vault SMG. They said there was a few things not ready for testing or not ready for feedback yet as well. There's still the mission meshing refactor with comrades, hack and repair, animal missions, multi-location courier and PvP bounties, NPC comms calls, dialogue additions and improvements, and some redacted stuff. Assumedly that's the Fleet Week stuff, or at least some of it. There's some updates as well with this patch. We've got the Vault SMG, the Quartz submachine gun. The Quartz delivers a devastating continuous energy beam, boasting some of the highest DPS available for an FPS weapon. However, operators should be aware that sustained fire rapidly leads to overheating. Much like the Parallax rifle, the Quartz performance is directly impacted by environmental temperatures. Colder environments allow for longer bursts, while hotter climates will lead to overheating much quicker. The Quartz SMG can be found at Hathor Outpost and Hathor space stations. You're not able to buy it in-game yet. That should change pretty soon, I would expect. Some other bits, they've removed the Ace Pilot from ambush-style missions. They've added scale options for ship weapon recoil. They've swapped the top Polaris turrets to staggered fire by default, and they've improved muzzle effects of all turrets used by the Polaris. I think it's quite interesting, a lot of the larger capital ships and big ship changes that they've been doing. A lot of people would say nerfing them. I think in the short term it's certainly enough, but they're bringing them in line with appropriate maneuvering and making them feel like they're big, heavy ships. I do feel like once we have engineering and a better system for armor, shields, sub-targeting of components, that sort of stuff, that actually capital ships are going to be really tanky, and you've got to try and focus down and take down areas with attrition or focus fire on certain sections of those ships. Now, there is a major potential bug fix here, which was the major blocker that's been in the patch notes for a while. So they've potentially fixed quantum travel not aligning and spooling to target destinations. So we'll have to see if that holds true and in what situations. But they've fixed a load of other stuff with missions and rewards, progression for missions, And they fixed some server crashes. Known issue-wise, bed logging in ships can break quantum markers. The Valkyrie series is missing its mounted door turrets. Some of the metal screens are stuck on checking availability. Delivery locations can be missing in the UI for shopping kiosks. They've still got the quantum travel bug listed as a blocker here, but hopefully, as I said, that has been solved. And this actually looks to me like it's about to move into the release candidate stage. It is dependent on solving that blocker and any of the other known issues that they decide are needed to be solved, but it's looking pretty good. They can get some more ironing of this patch out over the next couple of days, potentially get it out to live later this week. I suspect they will continue to run the PTU after 4.1.1's release with tests of Fleet Week hauls, missions, and new ships and vehicles, hotfixes. Fleet Week hauls are currently locked behind a gate in the PTU, but it's likely they're going to want to test them pretty soon, if not by the time you see this. There was a ship balance spectrum post as well, with the original poster saying, what is ship balance based on? Do you have a formula when you address balancing a ship? And if so, which ship is baseline? I know you have the star graph for manufacturers, but what do you have for generalization between classes to create balance between ships? I think if you explained this, you might get less negative feedback on Spectrum when you make changes to ships. This got a reply from Montic CIG. Balancing a deeply complex system like spaceships and Star Citizen is not an easy task, as our flight model is one of the most gameplay-rich systems out there, but I'll try to walk you through our process a little and hopefully clear up some doubts. Spoiler, I wish it was just a single formula, but life is never that easy. As a starting point, we first identify the intended experience of the ship, whether it's meant to be a big cargo hauler, a small and nimble fighter with low durability but high performance, or a heavy industrial vehicle. Once we have that experience defined from the initial brief, we ask ourselves what performance frame best fits its ship role to deliver that experience directly into your hands. To do this, we use our archetype system, which generally defines a high-level ship's performance frame by considering factors like its size and intended role. After that, we dive deeper into tuning to create a more bespoke experience, taking into account multiple additional factors such as the manufacturer's design philosophy, special characteristics, lore consistency, and more. Finally, when our ship goes live or when its tuning needs adjusting because it's not fully delivering the intended experience, we reiterate on it, using a combination of player feedback, internal reports, and gameplay statistics gathered directly from your play sessions. I hope this post sheds some light on the process and satisfied your curiosity. Ultimately, our mighty Jared is planning a more in-depth presentation on this exact topic in a couple of months, so stay tuned. Cool, that's great to hear. It's basically what we knew already, but it looks like they're going to be digging in a bit deeper and explaining the design and balance philosophy going forward in the not too distant future. And in an ever-evolving game like Star Citizen, that's probably a pretty good thing. Boom! That's it for your news and stuff today. I am super interested to know your experiences with Alpha 4.1.1. Do you think it's going to be released to live later this week? Are you super excited for Fleet Week? We're thinking Fleet Week's probably going to turn up 15th, 16th of May, but we'll have to wait and see. CIG are going to tell us real soon about that anyway. And they're going to start revealing some of the ships and vehicles they're going to be turning up during that event. If 4.1.1 does go live later this week, do you think anything's going to be released with it ship and vehicle-wise, or do you think they actually just hold that stuff back for Fleet Week? Do you think it's a possibility they could hold 4.1.1 back for Fleet Week as well? Are you looking forward to some deeper ship balance coming into the game in the, again, not too distant future? Obviously, they're changing stuff up and they are making tweaks to ships as they go, but I mean, I'm looking forward to engineering being put in game and then ships being balanced potentially more permanently. I mean, more permanently is probably the wrong word, but they can start to really focus on ship balance after physicalized components and engineering's in. That's a whole different topic though. We can talk about that another time. But yeah, tell me what you think in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. A good reason to comment down below is because we've got a ship giveaway and the last couple of days to enter it. We're giving away 3 Drake golems, one each to 3 different lucky winners. Just comment on any of our videos made during April to be in for a chance of winning that. One of those was given to us by CIG, and they all come with game packages and lifetime insurance. What else is going on? Well, maybe you should click the links down below to NordVPN, nordvpn.com/BoredGamer. Get yourself some VPN goodness that will protect you and potentially everyone else in your household against the terrors of the internet. Oh, is it scary? Well, probably not if you've got NordVPN. For better accessibility, privacy, and other IVT securities, all that. Click the links down below. We also got THRUSTMASTER links and affiliate links down below. They've just released their range of Sol-R sticks. Well, it means the Sol-R 1, but the Sol-R 2 is a dual stick version of it, but the stick's ambidextrous, so you could just buy 2 of the Sol-R 1s and then switch one to left and one to right, and then you have dual stick set up as well. I really liked it. Go check out the videos on that, but there's links down below if you want to grab yourself some THRUSTMASTER cool stuff. All of that helps out the channel. We've also got the join button under videos. We've got Patreon, all that sort of stuff. There's exclusive videos that go out, and if you want to further help the channel, feel free to do that. But just sharing, liking, commenting, subscribing helps the channel out so much. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have the great rest of your April. Hope you have a fantastic 4.1.1 experience and Fleet Week and May and all that sort of jazz. I'll see you in the verse.